Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I think I'm losing it.
We'll catch you on. You're bloody useless, Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
Now hold the phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark?
It must be very difficult. The voice in your head. Shut up! There's chaos in you. Embrace the chaos.
Welcome, folks, to another podcast. This is Revo Force Studios presents Force Redux. I'm Street, and I am joined by SB.
A real one.
Stop saying that.
I'm always a real one.
And Big Bear Kawasaki.
You really need to stop saying that. You're not real. There's nothing real about
Smack
you.
the dog shit out you. You know that, right?
Why you like for real? It's always I'm the real one, and I'm smack the dog shit out you. You can't come up with anything real.
That's a real one. Only real ones could do that. Look at Will Smith. He was a real one when he smacked Chris Rock.
Was he now?
He was.
Now what's his social status now?
Yeah.
A millionaire.
Oh,
Exactly.
Not for long.
Exactly. Let me stop playing. I don't condone it.
All right, guys. So today we're gonna be bringing back Moonknight. Moonknight premiered 2 weeks ago, as of this recording, right, guys?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, guys, what's your relationship to Moonknight? I'm gonna start with you, SB.
First time seeing him was playing Ultimate Marvel Ultimate Alliance
Oh, okay.
for PS2. That's when I first found. That's where I first found out about multiple Marvel characters. To tell you the truth, like Black Panther and Scarlet Witch. But other than that, I seen him. I'm like, yo, who is this dude?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I chose him. Let me play as him. I'm like, yo, his powers is tough.
Yeah.
So I started looking more into it. And then as I look more into it, I'm like, yo, they should make a movie for this. Like, he's tough. And then I started seeing the comic. We'll talk about that later. But yeah.
Bear, what's your first impression? Or what's your first relationship to Moonknight?
Well, it's actually the same. Me and him found it at the same time. So actually, I didn't even know. I was like, who the hell is this Moonknight? I was like, he's not even black. He's talking about, like, he's supposed to be like Moonknight or Knight or something like that. I'm like, why is he not dark? But I was like, whatever. He always played as him because he looked tough, and then he was using
White?
the character. Yeah, and he was white.
It's why.
He was using him, and apparently he had tough powers. I didn't think so. I think he was all right. But then I didn't really care for him until I saw like a fake trailer for it. You know, they always have those fan trailers that people are making for movies that should come out. So when they made those trailers, I was like, you know what? This would actually look tough. Like, this would be an actual really, really dope movie. But again, I never really cared for him until I saw the trailer for this one, and I was like, I was like, you know what? I'll give this a shot.
The first time I saw Moon Knight, I think it was an animated TV show of a Spider-Man. I can't remember which one. There's so many that have. I have seen throughout the whole entire years. But yeah, I was like, who is this dude? Like a Batman like ripoff. I'm like, I don't understand who he is. He's all white. His name is Moonknight, and like I never really understood what his character was. He's not as popular as all the other ones that we've seen in the past. You know, your Captain America's, your even Miss Marvel. I know more about her than I know about Moonknight. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out like who this guy is. I'm like, I never really understood who he was or what his power set was. But I was excited when they had brought this TV show to Disney Plus. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll understand more about him. So speaking.
Wait, so was he in one of the episodes of Spider-Man?
Yeah, he was in one.
I don't remember.
He was in one episode of Spider-Man. Not the animated series, not the one in the 90s.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it was something like in the 2000s.
Wow.
I was thinking the 80s.
No, 90s. I don't remember any other version of him I've seen, to be honest with you. Like, you guys had closer relationship to him than I did, because he's in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and I really barely played those games as is. If I did, I would be playing like Cyclops or
like an X-Men
or X-Men character or a Spider-Man character.
Now, to tell you the truth, in that game, I only played as Iceman, Gambit, and Moon Knight.
Oh, okay, that's a good power.
That's the reason like I told you before, most of the characters from there, like Miss Marvel, Gambit I already know because the X-Men movie, so he was already out. But most of the like Black Panther, Deadpool, before they became big, yeah. That's how I found out about them.
Before they became mainstream.
Yeah, mainstream. That's when I found out about them. I'm like, now everyone likes them. You didn't know about these shows before? But, yeah.
All right, so what did you guys think about it when they announced that they were gonna have a Moon Knight show?
I was like, finally, because the only thing that they always had was they had just that fan trailer, that one that got like, I think it got over like millions of views or something. I could be wrong, but it had like a lot of views on it, and I'm like, I was like, why don't you just make the movie? Like, you know, a lot of people have been asking for Moon Knight, and then we just get other people we don't care about. Like, we got a Morbius film. Like, what am I doing?
To be honest with you, I kind of wanted a Morbius movie. I mean, not the one that we got, but
yeah,
like,
that was garbage.
Yeah, like a Morbius, a Craven. I would have liked.
Oh, I'd die for Craven.
Yeah, I would have liked the Craven movie.
The fact that we got Green Lantern before Moon Knight.
Well, Green Lantern is a part of the original Justice League.
Yeah, and he actually is tough. Like, I used to think that he sucked, but like when I read more about him in the comics and I watched more videos on him, I was like, yeah, this guy's actually my favorite one is obviously John Stewart.
Yeah,
John Stewart is my
favorite.
I grew up with him and he's my favorite. Al Jordan's not bad, but just John Stewart. But anyway, you were saying.
So, how do you guys feel about Oscar Isaacs as Mark or Steven?
You take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actor.
At first it was confusing to me because I'm like, first he starts out as Steven, you know, the working in the museum. Yeah. Then you got Mark, which is
his alter ego.
His alter ego. Yeah. So I'm like, is it one of those ones that I don't know if you know, like, if you've seen the movie Us, where the reflection is actually someone else. Yeah. So I was like, is this actually someone else, or is it really a personality trait that he's fighting? Yeah. Fighting against himself. But like I said, as I read more into him, that's when I found out he had multiple DID.
Yeah, multiple personalities.
Yeah, so where do you how do you feel about the actor himself playing him?
Like, he's good. I gave he did well playing, like, mentally, having a mental issue. I seen nothing wrong with him.
You think is the way he acts is believable?
It's believable because it makes it, when you have multiple personality disorder, it makes you look crazy. Like how he was talking he wasn't a mime, but he was one of those people who has like, who could stay still for money. I don't know what you call those people.
Mimes.
No, mimes is
mimes is the French guys with the.
But I'm talking about the statue. The statue.
I know.
Yeah. So he's talking to him basically kind of like a therapist. Yeah. But even when he's telling people around him, like when he woke up on Sunday, he was supposed to go on a date.
Oh yeah, he missed that whole entire date.
He missed that whole entire date. But we don't know, like, we know he was somewhere else. Yeah. But he doesn't know what he's doing.
So he plays it. He plays having a mental disability, like, you know, like, pretty well. Yeah. How did you feel, Bear?
Well, what's his name? Oscar Isaacs.
Isaacs, yeah.
I keep hearing Jason Isaacs. I keep mixing them
Yeah.
up. I don't know why they're not even the same. But Oscar Isaacs. I've seen him. Well, I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but I've seen him in a couple scenes in
Rogue One.
Rogue One, and he was in I think The Force Awakens and all that.
I think so.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one with the blaster who shot at what's his name? That shot at
I can't remember. I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah,
either.
he shot. I could have sworn that he was the guy that shot at Kylo Ren, and then he stopped the blaster with his hand, with the Force and something, whatever. But he's from what I've seen, and he was actually in the Spider-Verse too, the animated one.
Who did he play again?
He played as some random interesting character, I think, something like that.
Oh, he was the one Spider 2099.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the
voice actor?
Yeah, he was the voice actor of Spider-Man 2099.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Miguel O'Hara.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but I've seen him in other things too, but I never again, it's like when you start seeing him play major roles, it's like, where have I seen this guy before?
Yeah.
And you watch the old movies, like, oh, that's that guy. Oh, that's that guy. That's that guy. Yeah. That's when I seen him.
Him and Pedro Pascal.
Oh, yeah.
Like them are them two are like best friends.
Yeah, it's like you could you see them, it's like, oh, I remember this guy. Oh, I remember you. I remember. But back to Moonknight, like the way he acts in Moonknight, his acting is good, but the thing is like. Maybe it's the director. It just feels too like it's not that believable. It just doesn't. Some scenes I'm looking at him, I'm like, this scene is just like.
You could. It's believable.
It's believable.
It's believable,
So
especially.
for me, I think it's pretty believable because he's playing somebody that does not know what's going on. Like the first thing you see him in, he's like checking himself and he's doing all that stuff, and then he's late and he's cheers like he's the happy-go-lucky guy. You have Steven, that's the happy-go-lucky guy, and then you have Mark. I think I am mixing it up.
No, Steve. Mark
Yeah,
Spector.
yeah. So then you have Mark, like the complete, like psychopath of the two, and little more unhinged and he has more free will than Steven does. Mark, Steven is
He's literally fighting
Yeah.
to stop Mark. Even you could look in the mirror. He's looking at the mirror like, no, like you're not taking over my body.
Yeah.
Like you could see the fear. You could see the fear.
Exactly.
That's
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Those are the scenes I like. Like
Yeah.
when he switches between Mark and
Steven.
Steven. Like when you see the way he acts there, like especially when he turns into Mark, I'm like, yeah, this is believable.
Exactly.
Like I can see that. That I can see. But the other times where he's just like I guess being Steven, it's not believable. I just feel like it's just like a dumb, silly character. Like it's just.
Okay, so
I can't take him seriously.
So talking about that, how do you feel about the way that the show is being portrayed? How do you think about like the action scenes? So far, we have only watched 2 episodes as of today. How do you feel about the action? How do you feel? Does it compare to a Marvel TV show? Does it compare to a Marvel movie? Like the mood, the setting. Like how do you feel about it?
Okay. So I'm gonna have to pull this up because I said it in the Spider-Man one. This movie had too much. This show has too much CGI. Okay, there was a chase scene where I think the monster was chasing him on the rooftops. The whole thing is CGI. Literally, it's the whole CGI, and it looks very bad.
Yeah.
Like I've seen, I think even DC had, even with their shows, they had better looking CGI than that. Especially like with Superman and Lois, like some of the CGI looks really good on that. But this, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, come on, B.
Yeah, remember he has monsters that people around him can't.
That's not what I'm getting at. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at the CGI. Like, it looks like a cutscene from early PS3 games.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at him like he's running on the roof. He's running on the roof, and I'm like, everything about this looks computer generated. I can understand the monster, but how about you some more practical effects? Like when he's doing that. That's what I've been saying. Like if the more practical effects you use, the more believable it is. Like it's just I don't know. But the action scenes when he was fighting the monster, whatever that monster's called, the dog looking thing that he called it. That was. Okay, it doesn't hold up to the rest of them because like I don't know. Usually the Marvel movies when they're fighting like a monster or something like that, it's more believable. Like you see the Hulk suplexing like in Ragnarok suplexing that big wolf, and it's like I can believe that. I can believe that more than him just fighting this thing because it looks weird. But when he's getting thrown and thrown
You can see
into
the
stuff
CGI.
that you can see the CGI, but it looks better than even when he's fighting that monster.
Okay, I would kind of say the same thing. I'm not like super critical when it comes to CGI. I don't like, to be honest with you, I don't think, like, we had this conversation before. I don't think you can do CGI as well like every single time. Like, unless you're willing to spend like hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to the CGI. But to the credit of Disney or whatever case may be, they should be up there or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it could. But it's a TV show. I don't think you can spend that much money on a TV show.
What happened to all that money they made from all the whole Avengers saga, like with the Infinity Stone saga? And
maybe they put that to all the artists and the actors and all the people that made the movies.
But you're not putting it into.
But you don't know if it's actually gonna work though. You
Yeah.
could spend mad money on something you don't know. You don't know if it's gonna work.
You mean to
or
tell
not.
me that if you made that scene, if you made that CGI, you have supervisors and stuff like that, the same guys, because you have the same writers, pretty much the same writers. Kevin Feige. He's been doing it since Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like, you have all these guys looking at this. And you mean to tell me he looked at it and said, "That's good"?
Maybe.
But
Come on, after all those movies.
But you gotta
you remember. You look at how Thanos was CGI. Like, that's believable.
Okay.
Remember that? It's
Yeah.
like, why can't you do that with like this guy?
you gotta remember, that's a character that they just trying to make go mainstream. So they probably taking their time with it.
That's
They
true.
probably
See, that's what I'm saying. That's
easing right
yeah.
through it because
like, they're
you don't
not
want to
tr-
go
Yeah.
100% into something that you. For example, are we gonna put 100% of all the earnings that we have towards
A TV
just
show.
just towards a TV
I'm
show?
not even saying that. I'm just saying you can do better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he said in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, do better.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the mood? How do you feel about the whole entire, like, the setting of the whole entire show, SB?
For me, like you said, I don't really care about the CGI. It doesn't really bother me. But the thing with fighting scenes, I don't know if it's just me because I watch DC. Like, I see their fighting scenes is way more brutal than Marvel scenes. I think I told Bear that, but he was like, you gotta remember it because it's on Disney, so you can't really.
Just keep that in mind. We're gonna bring that up a little later.
But the fighting scenes is good because, like we was talking about before, he's still Steven trying to fight.
Yeah.
Mark just kicks in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It depends on his will.
Yeah.
So when you see him get violent,
Yeah.
that's Mark. Like
Yeah,
you said,
Mark is the mercenary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark
Steven's
is
just a
mercenary.
regular dude.
like you said at the end when he was fighting those dog-looking things. I found some of the scenes funny because you see the dog crawling out. He's like, nah.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
He's
That was
like,
funny.
Because just chasing you now you got him.
All right, so in the first episode, we really didn't get any scenes of him fighting as Moonknight and stuff like that, but we did finally get something in the second episode, like, Mr. Knight. So how did you feel about the costume?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I felt like the costume was kind of dope.
Oh yeah.
I think it was pretty, like, to actually see that in person is like, that is actually kind of go.
But which costume?
No. The only redeeming. I think that's the only redeeming thing about that. It was like that first episode was when he switched to the suit.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
But other than that, the whole first episode sucked. But that suit, when he first put it on in the second episode, as soon as it came on, I was like, oh yeah, it's dope. That makes it like go to wear white now, because like I'm not a fan of wearing all white. But when he put it on, I was like, yeah,
that shit looks nice.
Yeah.
Because remember, he had two suits.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
you talk.
I think he has.
No. What they show so far.
What they show
on the
so far.
show they
yeah,
have
but I think he
two.
has a total of 4. Am I correct?
I don't know.
He has multiple because
In the game.
I was reading into it. There's 3. He has 3 personality traits. If people didn't know, he has Steven, which is the
regular dude.
the regular guy. Mark, which is the fighting, and then there was another one that brought him to the mental institution.
Well, we haven't got there yet.
We haven't got
there.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe
my
they'll
fault.
show that. So yeah, I think the suit's pretty awesome. Now,
I'm with you guys.
so
with
how do
that.
you feel about the evil villain in this, played by Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke is a very underrated actor. 100%. He's a very underrated actor. When I saw him, when I first saw it, because I was like watching it like late at night, and I was tired, and I was looking at it, and I was watching the show, and is that Ethan Hawke? I was like, hold on. It's like, I really cleared my eyes. Like, That's Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
But I don't. First of all, I just don't like his hair. The hair in this
too
show.
long.
It's no point, man. It's like, yo, keep your hair.
You know what
the
is he? You know how he's supposed to. What he.
Oh,
is
he's supposed to be. Yeah, I know who he's supposed to
It's
be.
like a cult leader.
Yeah, a cult leader. But I was like, make him look like really believable. Because every time when they show the cult leader, there's always some long haired guy, smooth face,
Like
and,
Charles
Manson.
Manson.
Yeah, but it's like he doesn't always have to look like that. You can make him have a regular haircut,
Yeah.
like his regular hair, and then do that. Because I don't remember if they said that that cult leader. I don't know if it's even based off the comic. If there's a cult leader or something that's trying to find
Probably,
the
maybe.
thing, yeah.
Like I said, I don't know a lot about his character to allude to that or whatever the case may be, but I feel like it's based off somebody.
Yeah, but his acting is always good. Ever since I've seen him in Training Day, the first time I actually saw him, other movies that he's played, Ethan Hawke has been up there. I think he's very
Underrated.
under the radar when people see his acting skills. Like I can actually believe he's low key a cult leader, especially in the second episode when he brought Mark to the place.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, oh, this and that, and he's speaking Mandarin and all that Disney pandering to China. But anyway, the way he's just talking to everybody all calm and stuff. I was like, this sounds like exactly like how Joseph Seed in Far Cry 5.
Far Cry,
yeah, just like that.
How do you feel about it, SB? How did you feel about that character?
That character.
Would you have
at first?
Would you have joined his cult first?
Well, hell no. After seeing what he did to, like, I don't know if he sucks people's soul out.
He does, yeah.
After seeing that, I'll act like I'm one of them because I don't want to get my soul taken out. But I'll try to find a way to get out of there because there's no way. Because one, as a cult leader, 100% they don't know what they're doing.
No.
It's just all mental.
They're all just following somebody.
Well, I don't know if you'd be able to pretend because remember he has that thing on his arm.
Oh yeah,
but
he could check if you.
No,
see
that's what I'm saying. Before he gets to me, you're not gonna see me.
He's out.
If I gotta disguise myself as something, I'm gonna be out. But now the problem is I don't even know where the hell they at.
Yeah,
they in some unknown place. They didn't let it.
So again, going back to Ethan Hawke, like, how did you feel about his character's portrayal of this cult leader? I forgot his name.
I was like, this dude is crazy.
Yeah.
There's from the beginning, I'm like, I don't trust this dude.
Yeah.
After I seen him break that glass and I'm like, yeah, I
Put
don't
an
trust
issue.
this dude.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. I'm looking. I'm like,
so let me.
I want to know if he actually did that. Like,
no, yeah,
but
me too.
Like, not like actual glass.
It's
but,
sugar. It's probably like sugar glass or something like that. Yeah. So
Like
let me ask you guys this question. Do you think he's more empathetic of a Thanos, maybe a Killmonger, or no, help me out. Who was that character in Black Panther and Winter Soldier?
Wait.
isn't that Killmonger?
No, not Black Panther. The Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. What's his name? That dude that was in Civil War that started the whole entire Civil War.
Oh, Zemo.
Zemo.
Okay.
Like, who would you rather go with? You would rather go with him? Would you go with Zemo, Killmonger, or Thanos? So far, like the big bads of the MCU.
After watching Infinity, let me tell you something. After watching Infinity War, right, and then even after that, I'm watching the actual world, like how the world's acting and everything like that. I'm like, I agree with Thanos. Mm-hmm. Like it's like that meme. Thanos did nothing wrong. I agree with that.
Right.
Some people gotta go. So you know.
There's
a lot of people. Listen, the more life goes on, I notice that the life is going on. It's like there's a lot of people that need to go.
Okay.
But the thing with him, he's not trying to wipe out like an entire race or anything like that. He's not trying to get rid of.
Yeah, but Thanos wasn't
good or
trying
bad.
to. Yeah, Thanos wasn't doing that. He it doesn't matter if you're good, bad, black, white. It doesn't matter if you're like.
He's
if
trying
you're
to have the
command,
world. Yeah.
Yeah, he's destroying half of the population so the world could thrive.
Okay.
Remember, his character was going after
Infinity Stone?
certain no because that's the similar thing between them because he's also going after medallions or whatever you call them.
He's going after something.
Something, a scarab.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, one of the main thing about this show that Disney kind of tried to like maybe skirt under mental health. How do you feel that they handle mental health in this show so far?
Pandering. It's like there's so many times that you could have done it and you could have done it with class, but they didn't do it right. The only place I think they did it whatever, not Disney did it, but DC did it with Joker. They did it right.
They did it right
because they showed you like what like, for example, like, you know, he had that disorder where he's like, I instead of crying, he's laughing at everything. When he's sad and depressed, he's laughing, which is a real thing.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot the name of the disease because I was watching videos on it. Like, this guy, like, he was trying to cry, like, because something happened, but he kept laughing, and then, you know, you can actually die from that because you're basically kind of asphyxiating. Like, you like, you can't breathe pretty much when you're laughing like really hard like that. So that was a good representation of what these people kind of go through. With them, with the way they did it there, it just they put comic behind it. Like,
we're talking about Moonknight.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Moonknight now. Sorry. The way they put it, it's too comic relief behind it. Like, he's like, he doesn't understand what's going on, but he's splitting personalities, and like the split personalities telling him something. He's like, shut up, or
so,
blah 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 blah. Are you shutting him?
I think we're kind of still too early into the show to kind of see how it will impact.
Yeah, because we're only on episode 2, going on to 3. But it's just like, so far I'm not feeling it. Like, the only time I felt it was when he was when he had the
date.
One he had to chain himself to the bed.
Yeah,
like that part I thought that was good
because he thought he was sleepwalking.
Yeah. Which was fine. I understand. And then the other time was when he was explaining to his boss and everybody, like, you know, this.
They didn't explain. They didn't care.
Yeah, and then when he met up with his wife, I forgot what was her name, Layla.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he met up with her, and with her, she was like, you know, she's like, Mark, and this and that. He's like, I'm not Mark, I'm Steve. And like, you know, that I could.
Yo, it's crazy. He sent Mark sent the divorce papers to Layla. I'm like, oh shit, like without Steven knowing, it was like, that's
she's the first woman I seen I was okay with it.
No, it was apparently it was happening for months or something like that. Whatever was happening between the two of them, it was happening for months.
But I think he was doing it obviously to protect her.
Yeah.
That's why he did.
No, he said it.
So
when
how
he opened the bag, he was like, "Yo, don't show her what's in the bag. Don't tell her nothing, because if you show her, they go come after her too."
Yeah. So how do you feel about how the show's handled mental health so far?
Like Big Bear said, they put comic relief around it. Like I told you when he was talking to that statue, the person who was supposed to be a statue or whatever.
Yeah.
The part that's real is you need to express your emotions to someone, which he was doing. But I feel like they should have put like him paying to go to a therapist and him just, you know, sitting back, just like thinking and telling the therapist, like, yo, the issue.
So talking to a real person instead of
talking to a real person instead
of. Listen. So, you know, not a lot of people can afford mental health. That's the real issue, and he found an outlet to, like you said, like, you need to express your emotions out, and so his way of doing it is doing to a statue. So to piggyback off of what you're saying, he has to say something to somebody. Like, he can't just internalize it. He rather have it out. But now he's got the now I forgot what the other thing is that turns them into Moonknight. Cassius, like, you know, guys, what I'm talking about, right? Maybe I'm reading into it because I listen to a lot of other podcasts about Moonknight, but like, there's something like the split personality thing. Like, you can't really talk to yourself. Like, the minute that you start talking to yourself, now you're legit going crazy. Like, instead of externally verbalizing,
you're trying to internalize it. Yeah.
Also, what he tries to do, I don't know if it's along with that, is he has a whole bunch of, like, you can see him playing with a Rubik's Cube while he's trying to go to sleep.
He's trying to keep his mind busy.
He's trying to, he's listening to stuff to try to ease his mind.
Yeah.
But he just can't. And I feel like, because he also doesn't have friends, which also plays a part in it. You can't express your emotions to your friends.
Big part.
If you don't got friends to express anything to.
Real friends to talk to. But the comic relief thing too, like, I think Joker, when like, I'm gonna use Joker again as an example. When Joker did it, like, if there was comedy, it was dark comedy. Like, you laugh at it, but you know really it's sad. That's the kind of comedy you should do towards something like that with mental health. Okay. Unless you're gonna be like Family Guy, that makes fun of everything. That's something different.
So far, this is what, the 8th TV show on Marvel. Of Marvel TV shows on Disney Plus. You know, you have your Jessica Jones, you have your Iron Fist, you have your
Hold on, we're not about to take Netflix's credit. Bro. Netflix credit from what they did. We're not about to
No.
that. Disney Plus got their own stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
So, because that's what I was gonna do.
No, because like
it's technically Disney owns Marvel.
Yeah, but they didn't own the Netflix one.
Yeah,
they do now.
They do now, but that's not.
But
that
Netflix,
wasn't. But Netflix is the one that created.
Netflix played a big part.
We're giving that all that credit to Netflix.
So my real question is, so far, like with Moon Knight coming out, with Moon Knight out, and then Miss Marvel coming out later on this year, what is your top 3 favorite Marvel TV shows?
Oh, that's easy. But SB, you go first.
I like Hawkeye. Agents of Shield. WandaVision is on my watch list, and Moon Knight we just getting into.
What's your top 3 favorite? Your 3 favorite.
So far I only got 2 because that's what I watched so far.
So far, you only watched those 2.
I only watched those 2 that I could remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
I don't know, because I be watching everything, so
all right, Bear.
All over the place.
Me, it's definitely if you're talking about Netflix.
What?
I messed up.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was
go ahead.
No, like as soon as you said Netflix, that's when it popped up in my head.
Because
Daredevil.
like I saying, like technically, Disney owns those Marvel TV shows that was on Netflix.
So my favorite.
So when we're saying our favorite Marvel TV show, we're talking about the Disney Plus version?
Disney Plus, ABC version.
All of those.
So everything, because now they're all under Disney Plus now.
Because I was thinking of Disney Plus, that's why I forgot. Daredevil, Luke Cage, Hawkeye. You said 3 only.
You can put 2 more. Just let's make it 5.
Jessica Jones. I hate Iron Fist. And Agents of Shield.
Okay, Bear 5.
All right. Definitely the Punisher, Daredevil, Luke Cage. I don't even want to say WandaVision. I did like until like the 7th season. I mean, not 7th episode. I literally like had to shut it out, but I finished it. So it gets like very low. I'm gonna put that as number 5. But my number 4, I can't say Iron Fist because Iron Fist bored me.
Wait, real quick. It bored you because it was too long? It didn't get into things? Because that shit bored me.
No. The only reason it bored me is because I feel like I watched the show already. Like I watched Arrow and I watched like Gotham and stuff like that. So I feel like I watched the same show.
Yeah, it seems so. Yeah.
But I'd have to give it to Captain Falcon and the Soldier of Winter. Because like I said, the Netflix one, I'm going for the Netflix version of that because I heard that not like I think you said on the last podcast that they're cutting out some scenes and stuff. Netflix did a killer job with it, and I think that's because Stan Lee was still alive when he was doing that.
It's true.
Now all the new ones that came out, like Hawkeye, it was okay. Winter Soldier, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. The last episode, like the last few episodes, kind of dropped the ball too as well. It's like they're doing good in the beginning, then they dropped the ball.
Okay.
You know.
So Agents of Shield, Jessica Jones, WandaVision, Daredevil, and Punisher. That's my top 5. Yeah. That's my top 5.
You can't have like if you have Daredevil and you gotta have Punisher in the other one.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Punisher. I had to argue with Bear about that, like, cause I'm like I don't agree with his methods.
Who, Punisher?
Yeah, with his methods. But at the same time, I can understand getting rid of the threat. So I was conflicted. He was like, he rather
Bear
go in on.
What's your favorite line from Punisher?
Russo, you hear me? Won't you die? Yeah, that's my favorite song.
What's it called? What's the name? Are you there? Like, oh my God, Billy.
Billy Russo. Wait, which one was it?
It was like Billy. You hear me? Or are you there? Or something like that. It's
yeah. That was my favorite line. And every time what's the actor's name? John Berthano. Every time he just yeah, I love that. Those are my favorite lines.
All right. So going back to Moon Knight, guys. Do you, with Disney Plus like owning pretty much all these shows, and talking about like the mental health thing, also you have the Jessica Jones, you have the Punisher, you have the Daredevil. Do you think this show can reach its highest potential? Because like if you don't know, Moon Knight is a very brutal character as well as as Punisher and Daredevil. Like, do you think it can get to that height because it's on Disney Plus, or no?
No, absolutely no. The only way that would work is if it's back on Netflix. That's the biggest mistake they made. Moon Knight should have been made by Netflix, because when they showed Punisher or even Daredevil, all those fighting scenes, where people are getting their face punched in, blood coming out and stuff like that. Like, you don't see none of that here. Like, you remember in the beginning of the first episode where he's killing everybody, I think he sees his blood on his hands. He's like, and you see dead bodies. You see like the fake blood, and it's like, and then he starts running away. That whole scene pissed me off too, by the way. It was stupid.
Because the reason why I say that is because I feel like Moon Knight has so much potential if it wasn't on Disney Plus.
Yes, thank you. Like, this cannot be on Disney Plus. Okay, you can't have Marvel on Disney Plus when you have brutal characters. Imagine Batman on like Fox, like Fox Kids or something like that, where you're trying to show like the what's it called, the Dark Knight Returns. You can't have that on there. You're gonna ruin it. It's gotta be. If you're gonna show Moon Knight, show Moon Knight in its entirety. He beating the crap out of these monsters or whoever the hell, and he's killing them. Like, he's ripping heads off and breaking bones and all that.
So yeah, they show Spider-Man all the time on Nickelodeon, but they don't show any of the Batman movies on Nickelodeon.
Well, it's because it's owned by Warner Brothers.
No, yes, that and the fact that it's too brutal. You won't be able to show that in the Kids Network. Like,
this is why I like DC Titans, because even from the jump, you see Robin bloody, pounding and pounding. I had to say Paul.
I feel you on that one. Like, DC with the Titans, you have not Poison Ivy. Oh, help me out. It's Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's TV show on Disney Plus, on HBO Max and stuff like that.
Wait, time out. Pause. She has a show.
Harley Quinn?
Yes.
Yeah, she has an animated TV show on HBO Max.
Oh, animated. Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't have a real life. But yeah, like, to that point. So, SB, how do you feel? Do you think that that Moon Knight could reach his highest potential with
it was on a different platform?
If it was on a different platform,
because Disney is too kid friendly. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. If you want it to be kid friendly, yeah, put it along with the Proud Family and all that other junk, but let it be brutal. Let it be the actual character. Stop limiting what it is.
All right. So
that's why the other thing too, what I forgot to mention in the other podcast with Spider-Man, the reason why I think Spider-Man No Way Home came out so good was because Sony had something to do with it. Mm-hmm. You know,
but even though they fucked up the other movies,
yeah. But when you have, it's like to have the genius of the guys in Disney, where they have the story coming, I would say, somewhat together. Like, it's sometimes they drop the ball, but it's not bad. Like, the idea they have is good, but then you have Sony, the guys from Sony are saying, like, we gotta like, they don't play bullshit, they don't pander or do bullshit like that. They said, yeah, we're gonna do all this, we're gonna go all in on this part. Like, when they had them both together, that's when it came out good. That's why it came out so good. Other than that, I don't think it came out.
What's that movie a long time ago with James Franco and Seth Rogen?
The Interview.
Yeah. They went all in and they got hacked because of that shit.
But that was not the funniest, like, one of the funniest movies you've ever seen. Even though I don't like Seth Rogen like that.
Because when you have the freedom to do what you need to do and not worry about what audience, obviously, let me take that audience back. But if you're
no, keep going, because if you're not worrying about what everybody else thinks, including the audience, you can make the greatest movie ever or TV show.
Yeah, because you're not the thing is that you can't ignore the audience completely.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. You can't ignore them completely.
You can't ignore them completely, but there's a point where you're just like, all right, this is my story. I'm not gonna do every little thing that you guys are doing.
We can't please the crowd every single time.
Exactly.
All right. So what was your least favorite thing about Moon Knight so far, other than CGI?
CGI. I did not like the first episode. The first episode, like, literally, I had to force myself to watch it.
Why?
Because, like, it was.
It's a build. It's like first episode.
Yeah, first episode. But even the first episode of any other show, again, Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist.
But look what you're saying. They all have
but
Captain
Captain America and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, like these shows, their intro like makes it like their pilot episode was very interesting, just to get me in. Moon Knight didn't get me in. Moon Knight, I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm watching it. It's just, I think it's because I'm getting tired of the same Marvel trope. Because again, like I said, it's Disney Plus. It's not a different platform, so they don't have a different idea. So it's just the same thing. But besides that, like the first episode, I got Jason Bourne kind of vibes because he kept
the memory loss thing.
Yeah. I did kind of like that, but when they keep turning it into like a comic, like comic relief, like he's driving a cupcake van down a mountain, he's stuffing into somebody's face.
He whipping the hell out of it though.
So,
well, at least Mark is.
So here's the thing too. You have to understand that nobody knows who Moon Knight is. Like not like maybe 20% of the world know who really is Moon Knight. Unless you're like a really good comic geek or you follow the Marvel, like every single character in Marvel, you don't know who Moon Knight is. And I think this was a perfect introduction to him to show that he has the split personality. Not even like 10 minutes into it, he's got another voice talking in his head. Oh, the idiot's in control again. Like you now know what his issue is. It's why did he lock himself out? Himself up. Why did he miss his date with the other woman?
Yeah, that part is good. I'm talking about the rest of the show. The rest of the episode was just like so boring. When I saw Ethan Hawke, I was like, he's gonna make it interesting. When I saw that when he disintegrated that old lady and stuff, I was like, okay, now it's gonna start getting good. And then when I guess Mark took control or something like that, and then he just keeps flashing back, and he's like, and it's like again, it's like comic relief. It's too much.
Okay.
And then they copied the same thing like with Spider-Man. When he had the scarab in his hand, he tried to give it and away. I was like,
SB, what's your least favorite scene? Or least favorite thing about the show?
At first, I was just like, Moon Knight is not poor. Why the hell like I had to remember that they easing into it. I'm like, isn't Moon Knight supposed to be like rich?
Moon Knight is, but not Steven. Not Steven. I mean, Mark is supposed to be, not Steven. Yeah.
So I was like, yo, this dude is rich. Why the hell he's locked up and all? I knew from the beginning he had mental issues.
Yeah. I
knew that. But I was just wondering, then I had to realize, I'm like, okay, they easing, they showing you, they progressing. So I can't say I don't like anything yet because we're two episodes in.
Okay. So that's a good point to bring up. It's only 2 episodes in, so I'm not gonna ask you guys what is your favorite thing about it so far. All right. What?
My favorite thing, actually, I'm gonna say the only thing is the suit.
The suit.
Badass.
The suit.
And then Mark. That's it.
All right.
I guess because but to add on that, I guess because his suit.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of comparison from Batman and how he acts. Apparently that it was so bad that the creator of Moon Knight had to explain the difference between Batman and Moon Knight because so much people was like, they have the same thing. They both smart. They both are hand-to-hand people. Yeah. They both good at investigating things.
Okay. So right now, guys, if you have to watch any of the Marvel ABC shows and Netflix and the Disney Plus show, what show would you watch over again?
You first, Esme.
There'll be 2 for me.
Okay.
Daredevil, and I'm watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. again.
Okay.
Definitely Daredevil. Probably Punisher again.
Okay.
Watch it over and over again.
I will watch. Pretty much the same thing. I think I will watch Daredevil and Punisher again. I think it's pretty obvious. Those are probably the best 2 shows that they've had. All right, guys. So, what would you want to see on Disney Plus? If there was any Marvel TV show, Marvel character, what would you want to see on Disney Plus?
Tell you the truth, they came out with like Scarlet Witch was one, which was one I was looking to. They already came out with it. WandaVision, of course.
$100. I know he's gonna say next. Go ahead.
I want to say it so bad.
Go ahead. Wait. You say it first.
It's just that. Can we get an Iceman show?
Is that it?
Yeah. I was thinking Iceman and Gambit.
I would love to see a Gambit.
I know.
I want to see a Gambit.
Yeah. That I definitely want to see a Gambit.
Yeah.
or even like the X-Men. What was the cartoon
Evolutions?
one? Evolution one. I would like to see like that.
Oh,
that
you
show.
say
To be honest, as much as I would like to see Wolverine in it, I was like, I don't need to see Wolverine. I want to see everybody else. But I know, SB as a fan of the LGBTQ community, you want to see Iceman thing.
I support you guys. Don't worry, I got y'all back.
Yeah. No, I'm just. I'm not saying I don't support. I'm just saying, you. I understand why you want to see the Iceman. The Iceman Club.
I actually forgot he is part of it. I forgot all about that.
That he's part of the X-Men?
Yeah,
no, that he's
the alphabet community.
Yeah, he's the rainbow. Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I forgot all about that. I was reading.
I think that's why. What's the guy's name? The fire guy. Was it
Pyro?
Human.
Is it Pyro?
It's Pyro.
Okay, Pyro. I think that's why Pyro's mad at him all the time.
No, but the thing is, I didn't know that because in
He has
the
a crush.
X-Men movie,
Yeah.
he has a crush on Rogue.
Yeah. He goes out with Rose.
Yeah, he goes out with Rogue.
But I think recently they changed him gay.
Oh
I have no
my
problem. I don't got a problem with him, like him being gay.
All right,
I don't like him.
but-
Bear, who would you? What TV show would you want on Disney Plus?
Actually, you got to go first because you got to go before me because I really got to think about it.
That's kind of hard. I think they've done all this stuff. I always wanted to see a Wanda. I always wanted to see a Scarlet Witch TV show. Before they even thought about it. I'm I think other than Jean Grey, I think Wanda is like the second most powerfulest mutant. Not to me, to my knowledge. I think
facts.
Wanda is like one of the most powerfulest mutant that's out there.
No, I read up on that. Sorry, I always read up
No,
on
go ahead.
they did put her as top 10 or top 5 or something like
Yeah.
that as most powerful
X-Men.
Yeah, because
Or-
especially that one time where she just wanted. She's like, I want all the mutants and stuff like that disappear. And all
Yeah.
she thought about it, and they all disappeared.
Yeah.
You know the funny thing is, I also found out about her on Ultimate Alliance. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance too. That's also how I found out.
I don't know what show. To
that's
be honest, that's really tough.
For them to do do Daredevil, Punisher, maybe I was gonna say Elektra. I don't know.
No, Elektra. They need to try to bring her back. The movie sucked. The movie wasn't really
And
like
I didn't
that.
I didn't like her in the Daredevil TV show. I was not a fan.
You didn't?
of her. Nah, I was not a fan of that character on the TV show. I don't know, for some reason I was just thinking, I was like, I don't know, I just had this different imagination of Elektra that she didn't do right on that TV show.
He can't be on the podcast no more.
An assassin,
yeah.
an assassin that a rich girl that becomes an assassin.
That sounds like Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
I mean, to be honest, what else would you do if you had all the time and all the money in the world and did like that? What would you try to do?
I don't know.
You try to find some excitement in life. That's what she was doing.
I know.
in the show.
I don't know.
Yeah. At first, I was kind of the same with her. I was like, I didn't really believe it. I watched it again. I was like, yeah, actually, I like her. I was like, yeah, you know what?
Maybe I have to watch it again.
Yeah, maybe her as an assassin. Watching her having her own show.
Yeah,
that would probably be alright.
I
wouldn't mind that.
There's certain characters that you see or imagine that if they had their own separate show, instead of being like one of those side characters who don't I'm gonna bring it up again, like Gambit. Even though he didn't get that much screen time, but just that scene itself makes you wonder, okay, what's the background of this?
You know what?
I know. Sorry. Do Moonknight over. Do Iron Fist over.
Yeah.
I was really excited when they announced Iron Fist. I'm like, yo, we're about to get Danny Rand. Do him over again.
I want a show where it has all the guys that do all the martial arts: Daredevil, Iron Fist, Shang-Chi. Even Captain America. I don't know. I want to see a grounded Marvel TV show where they all not super. I mean, maybe they could have super strength and super speed, not like super speed like the Quicksilver, but something like that. Like if they had a show like that, and then maybe they have to fight another group that's like that, or fight something like that. I would like to see that a grounded Marvel show, because all this superpower stuff, it's getting tiresome.
Yeah, because to tell you the truth, I'm more of a not a mainstream. Not the most popular Marvel character. I usually like the side characters because it makes you imagine if they had their own separate thing going on, they could actually do something with
a miniseries.
Yeah, like a miniseries behind what the.
So to be honest with you guys, I'm more of a DC than a Marvel, if anything.
Yes.
I'm more DC. I know more of DC than I do Marvel. Only the mainstream. To your point, I only know the more of the mainstream Marvel characters throughout time. You know, your Avengers pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, other than Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel, like I know those guys. They're not really mainstream. Maybe a War Machine show. I think that's what's coming out. I think that's I think that's either coming up or that's gonna be a movie that's gonna come out. Because I think they're replacing Tony with the girl.
I'm gonna change it. Avengers like series, like minus Tony Stark, obviously, and whoever's still left.
You're gonna get all those mainstream actors to do this TV show.
They don't have to be on. It could be like new recruits or something like that. Like
I'm gonna say this just because I'm Haitian. Probably should do something with Brother Voodoo.
Anyway, so
because I'm Haitian, we probably should be support our Haitian people, bro.
Wait, you Haitian?
Oh my god! All right, so other than that, do you guys have anything else you want to add before we close this podcast out?
Moonknight so far it's meh. You know, it's not
out of 10. How would you rate it?
Like out of 10, 3.6. Not great, not terrible.
Okay.
If anybody gets the reference.
That's me.
I can't rate it yet because, like I said, we're only 2 episodes in.
Well, so far, how would you rate it so far for the first 2 episodes?
I give it a 5.
Okay.
I give it a 5. It's not bad.
I'll definitely give it a 5 too. I see some potential. I need to see more out of it. I think there's gonna be 8 episodes this season.
Yeah, I think it's 8 with all of them.
Yeah, so I'll give it some time. Like for example, like WandaVision, I was kind of confused for the first 2 episodes. I'm like, it's slow as hell. A lot of people told me that. I was like, yeah, just try to get through the first 2 episodes, and after that, it's gonna get you. So that's what I'm trying to say. Trying to get through.
I'm gonna add on that. I feel like they shouldn't put Vision in it. I feel like it should have just been all about Wanda herself.
WandaVision.
That's what I'm saying. I said
if Vision wasn't in there,
there would not be a show.
There would not be a plot.
There would not be a show.
They should be, because isn't Quicksilver her brother? They could have done something around.
That's who's dead.
Who's dead?
Listen, leave me alone, bro.
Leave me alone, bro. All right. Anything else you guys want to add?
Nah, that's pretty much it. We can close it out.
All right. You want to close this out?
Oh yeah. All right. So, guys, you can follow us on. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. You guys can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Yeah,
remember the police?
Yeah. Snapchat, Twitter. You can find us on all your social media platforms. We're also on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you like to listen to your podcasts. We're definitely on there.
Please listen.
Definitely listen. Oh yeah, hell yeah, definitely listen. Especially the sexy sound of my voice. You know? If you guys want us, we do shoot photos for people. If you want us to shoot photos for you this summer, you know the summer's coming around. Spring's here.
Sundress
warm
season.
Weather. Yeah. I know you that's me getting ready with his sundress. Try to look fleek for the.
I'm a bad bitch.
They still say fleek? No, they don't say that.
I'm a bad bitch.
They show that they try to get some new drip for this summer and stuff like that. If you want to show that off, just hit us up in the DMs. You can hit up G at Jerry Judy on Instagram or hit him up on Facebook at the same name. Yeah, we can talk to him. And other than that,